Well, nearly a dozen states are now jumping in to support Arizona's immigration law. This as a new poll finds that a majority of Arizona voters support provisions that are at the heart of this national debate. And the controversy shows no signs of slowing down. Dan Stein is the president of the Federation for American Immigration Reform, or FAIR, and Lizette Olmos, director of communications for the League of United Latin American Citizens. Lizette and Dan, welcome to Fox News this Sunday morning.
Good to be here.
Thank you, Eric.
Dan, let me start with you. Why is it important that a slew of states have filed these so-called friend of the court legal briefs saying that the federal judge was wrong in blocking the law?
Well, it's very important for people to know that the Obama administration's attack on Arizona and its law is also an attack on states' rights to implement policies which may be slightly inconsistent with federal policy, or at least this administration's, but it's still the right of the state to assist in enforcing federal law in all areas, not just immigration law. So many states see what the administration is doing in its effort to pass an amnesty, if you will, as something that undercuts what has traditionally been a prerogative of a state to assist the federal government in enforcing federal law. Arizona, in many cases, the 1070 law contains provisions that are actually part of an inherent police power authority of a state, or the right of its citizens to conserve its resources. And they feel that the administration's attack on Arizona is so broad that it takes away, or could potentially take away, historically very important powers that states have enjoyed for the history of our country.
Well, Lizette, do you see this as an attack by the Obama administration on one of our states?
No, Eric, what we've seen is that all along, poll after poll have shown, we've seen a July Fox poll, Washington Post, Univision, that the majority of Americans want a solution to immigration reform. What they'd like to see is illegal immigrants having a program where they can become legal residents, do pay taxes, do learn English, pay back their fines, and become positive contributions to the economy. And what we're seeing is that, meanwhile, we've been trying to do something about it. Mr. Stein's group has tried to stall reform instead of making some type of plan that we need now.
Well, let's take a...
What we like to also see is that his founder, Tanner, is a white supremacist, and the group is a bona fide hate group and has been recognized as such.
All right, say that again.
What we have seen is that FAIR has been recognized as a hate group organization, and their founder, John Tanner, is a white supremacist.
Fair, Dan,
and they've also given
is that true?
contributions.
Is your group a hate group? Is your founder a white supremacist?
No, obviously, we're a love group. We love everybody. We love immigrants, and we'd like immigrants to respect our laws, and I don't think that's too much. Look, obviously, she hasn't got any substantive arguments, and she wants to waste a lot of people's time on a bunch of nonsense.
This bill
Look,
is not amnesty,
the Arizona litigation,
Let him finish, Lizette.
The Arizona litigation is extremely important for a variety of reasons. Historically, groups like LULAC, like the ethnic-based legal defense funds, like the ACLU, have threatened states like Arizona with bankrupting litigation costs if they insist in enforcing federal immigration law. The contribution by Timothy Miller from Colorado in support of this law, from other people around the country, they're saying to the ACLU and these other groups, we are not going to let you threaten localities with invidious litigation and make them, try to intimidate them into not enforcing immigration laws. And this whole thing going on in Arizona is truly historic.
All right, Lizette,
There's a truly historic moment in our
Lizette have her
immigration
say.
debate.
And Lizette, I'm curious. Why would you say that FAIR is a hate group in your view?
It's been recognized by the Southern Poverty Organization as being a hate organization on various lists.
What is
it's
that?
Also,
don't you think you have an obligation?
Wait a minute, Dan, let her finish.
Contributions to PAN, Protect Arizona. You've spoken down, now let me talk. They've also given in-kind contributions to a group called Protect Arizona Now. And also, we are seeing that the ones that are supporting this, that they've written the Arizona law, and they're the ones that are bankrupting the state. We've seen a lot of the Arizona businesses have been hurt as a result and have lost funding since this Arizona law passed. Now, what we're trying to do is get to a reasonable solution, because this is an important issue, and all the Americans are affected by this. So we would like to see everyone work together to get, on both sides of the aisle, Republicans and Democrats working together to get a comprehensive bill passed.
Well, Lizette,
Meanwhile, his group is not.
you do have nearly a dozen states. Let me show you this list and Dan's shaking his head on your accusations. A dozen states, Michigan, that has a Democratic governor. Alabama, Florida, Idaho, Louisiana, Nebraska, Pennsylvania, Democratic governor. South Carolina, South Dakota, Texas, Virginia, who have filed these briefs in support of Arizona. I mean, are they hate groups too or something?
Eric, what it shows is that the American people want to have a solution now. We've seen this year after year, and what we need to do is have a solution. The majority of Americans included in the Fox July poll that they want to have a program that resolves this issue. And instead of doing nothing, which is what FAIR has done, we have actually started to work to do something and to find a reasonable solution and to pass a law where these individuals will come out of the shadows and they'll be recognized in regards to security reasons too. We need to know who these people are that are in our country, also for security purposes.
All right, Dan, last word on the accusations from Lizette and what you've heard this morning.
Obviously, all this woman in LULAC wants is amnesty, 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 amnesty. She gets on here, throws a lot of name-calling around, doesn't provide any substantive evidence. I would condemn her comments. I think the left, the professional left, the professional left is losing a tremendous amount of political ground on the immigration debate because they don't have ideas. We need to enforce our law. We don't need amnesty. We need states to help in the process.
LULAC is a mainstream organization.
It used to be mainstream. You used to stand up for American citizenship.
Obviously,
but
Dan,
LULAC
you don't,
has completely
because
lost
you would
its
know
way.
LULAC is not for amnesty.
There was a time when LULAC was actually a credible organization, but that's been about 20 years. In fact, one of your founders got arrested for amnesty fraud back in the day.
This reflects the heated controversy and emotion on both sides of this issue. Well, no name calling here. It's a Sunday morning. Thank you so much. Dan Stein, Lizette Olmos. Wow. Jamie?
There's a brand new